welcome back to Constructive Talks. And this is one of those videos that I'm gonna upload today because I think it's so relevant. So Dad and I, we're out here fishing, and it's pretty hot outside. It's hot, and we're talking, and we're discussing some topics, and just he kind of reflected on something that I thought is like major in our lives. And I have no clue what I want to title this yet, but we're going to talk about it and see. You ready to talk about it, Dad?
Yeah, man. We get it done.
Okay, so you said something. You said that it's hot outside, and you reflected on, man, the times that you had to work in the fields or things when you were growing up with your parents.
Yeah.
And you would get whoopings.
Yeah.
Right? You get your ass whooped for a reason.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm quite sure those reasons were different a lot,
Yeah.
but some of them were the same.
Mm-hmm.
And you said that you would not cry, but you went away from everybody and cried.
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't want them to see you.
Right.
So, and that's what we're going to talk about today, because I think it's so relevant in our lives to... And I'm not going to call it to be punished. Well, hold on. I'm going to list some things, and we can figure them out individually in our lives, in your life. What is it relevant to your life? So think about, being punished or being dismissed or being scrutinized. I can say a lot of different words for no apparent reasons in a harsh environment.
Okay.
So the environment is already harsh.
Mm-hmm.
But people figure out a way to punish you more.
Mm-hmm. Right.
For a reason.
Right.
Their own individual reason, and not even taking I'm not gonna call it the environment that's not conducive for growth already, the environment that we live in. Hey man, it's against us in some cases, or it's harsh. Right. I call it the harsh environment. Within a harsh environment, to still receive punishment for something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it causes us to go away in corners and grieve within. Dad, that shapes us.
Yeah. It shapes us right on pointly, but I'm gonna try, but I don't think I'm ready to talk about that right yet.
So let me say this right here. So because I'm emotional right now as well, everybody, because we exist in harsh environments, and not only are the environments punishing to us, our physical, our mental, our spiritual, but then the people within those environments can be as harsh as the environments.
Mm-hmm.
And then have the audacity to expect us to appreciate existing with them and be thankful that they're in our lives. And this is friends, family, loved ones.
Mm-hmm.
This could be even businesses.
Yeah.
Hey, you need to appreciate this harsh environment.
Yeah.
Now, but then think about it. The person that's navigating that harsh environment have to find dark, lonely areas to grieve alone.
Mm-hmm.
And that shapes us, Dad. That shapes us in a way, if it's subconscious or if it's active, to what we become and how we are.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here we go. Now, I got you back. I'm going to get you in this conversation. The people that can work through that are the mighty ones.
Mm-hmm.
That don't allow that environment to shape them to be bad from within.
Yeah.
The ones that can rise up no matter how harsh the environment, but not only that, no matter how unnecessary the punishment within those harsh environments is or are, they still rise up to be good people.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
right?
Yeah.
They rise up to be good people. You back with me? You got me?
Yeah. Yeah, I got you. I feel you. you know, it just when you said something and yeah, you asked me about she was saying something about crying about whooping, getting a whooping.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, dang man, when you getting beat up everywhere you turn by your parent for somebody else saying something and you can't speak, you know, and you can't say nothing, and you trying to be a man, you know, you young as heck, but you trying to stand tall, man, and not letting them know they making you cry.
Within.
Right. And I many days I just walked out in the woods, man, and cried and get through, and I make my little round. I come back, I'll be all right, you know. But that's hard to talk about. I ain't quite got that one in me. You know, I mean, it happens so regular, you know. But man, here how I get by.
Yes, sir.
I'm still here for some reason. That's all I can do with that.
Yes, sir. So
you got to go fishing.
So let's think about this now. So, and I've had times that I've cried alone. And knowing there's nobody there can help me through my tears. Or even if there's anybody in the space I exist in, even want to. Why? Because they have their own things going on. And sometimes we're not the priority.
Right.
Because we have to admit and we have to realize this is a selfish society.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about selfish to the point of failure. Just look around. Yeah. So I say that because, man, I am thankful that the creator of the universe gave me the strength within
mm-hmm.
to carry on.
Mm-hmm.
Through that harsh environment. Right. And through the harsh treatment within the harsh environment that's supposed to love me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think it's a thing that we have to persevere. We have to stand up straight and say, hey, you know what? Those tears are strengthening. Those tears are enlightenment because they let us know there's nothing in our space that's going to help.
Right.
So we have to dig from within to find that peace, to find that inner strength and support that's within us all.
Mm-hmm.
And then look, we grow into be decent people.
Right.
We grow into learning from our mistakes, evolving into what we are, knowing that, man, we were brought here to be good. That's funny too. Think about it, Dad. We grow up all our lives, and when we old farts, we're good. Mm-hmm. That's what we were meant to be in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Just good, humble, supportive, and getting things, helping, right?
Right. That's right. But, you know,
so with that, so think about that. You know, and we're gonna support each other through this because I'm emotional too, and everybody need to understand this is a topic that within, if we hold on to that pain that we've experienced, it's not beneficial to our present, and it's painful.
Mm-hmm.
But boy, that doesn't help us stand up straight. It's what we've done to get through the pain, or through the harsh environment, or to deal with the people within the harsh environment that treat us harshly.
Mm-hmm.
What did we do to get through that? You know what? We reached into ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Or we got folks around us that truly cared for nothing. Or we changed our habits of the things that we did, our activities, right? Mm-hmm. And that sometimes can bring better days.
Yeah.
By just doing good things. You know, because like you said before, hey, you're an ass kicker. Mm-hmm. What? Like, do not look at Bo cross-eyed because you're going to get it. Mm-hmm. But think of, and we're no different.
Right.
But go ahead, Dad.
You know, like, with that there, man, it made you like that. The way you be brought up, that would get you. If you be taught bad, I mean, treated bad, man, when you coming up and ain't nobody to do nothing for you to help you out, and Man, I can't do it. All right.
So
We gotta do this later.
and I understand what you're talking about. We're gonna work it, Dad. I understand what you're talking about. What you're saying is we grow up in, sometimes we grow up in environments, and I'm gonna just say hazardous. I ain't gonna say hazardous. Environments that are not conducive for growth, but the people that supposed to love us don't show it.
Don't show it. That's rough.
They don't show it.
I believe that this day, that's why I can say, if somebody say, I don't need you no more, I don't this, I don't that, I can look at them and say, okay, and go on about my business.
Yes, sir. And see, that's what we went through.
You know, yeah.
Right? So we
went through that so many times.
Yes, sir.
Times again, man. So after a while, it don't bother you. You'll feel it, but it wear off. Like now, talking about this, they make it harder and harder because I always look at other people and say, I could have did the same thing.
Yes, sir.
If I'd had a dad or nobody picking at you on you and stuff. Not another grown person, beating you and making you do this and making you do that, man. And all they would have to do is ask. And you know what I'm saying? All they had to do was
just ask me and I got you.
Yeah.
You gotta beat me.
Damn, yeah. Hit me upside the head with a damn bunch of cotton balls or sticks and stuff, man. It hurt my feeling more than it did anything.
Because you didn't expect somebody that's supposed to love you to not love you.
To do me like that for somebody else.
So let's think about that. So let's bring that to today.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I talked about the selfish society. It's all about me.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I can understand it being about you evolving and bettering yourself to help others. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But not being about you and all you do is take. That's a difference. So think about the abuse in these environments by the people in the environments that's supposed to love it. Let's bring that to today. Those expectations from the people in our environments never change, Dad. Because we expect those people to love us if they have a title.
My mom, I expected her to love me. There wasn't no dad. I expected her to love me. I remember I used to wear these little slippers, her little shoes, the little sandals.
Mm-hmm.
I used to have to wear them to school, but I would. And I remember that I would get my clothes together to go to school and get my ass whooped in the morning for getting that one to go to school. You going to that field, you ain't going to no so-and-so school. You going to that field, boy. Now whimper if you want to. That's one of them times.
You gotta think about it too. That's why I say those environments shape us either actively or subconsciously. So that environment shaped you into being a bad mofolo. Because you knew you didn't have anything to turn to or anybody. Right. So in order to survive, all you knew how to do is what was done to you. Mm-hmm. Kick ass.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
So today, it's a thing that everybody expects something, but don't do the work for what they expect to receive.
Right.
They just want it.
Yeah.
So within that environment, it's a lot of abuse in that. And if I want to use the word abuse, it's a lot of selfishness in that, where people like give me. Mm-hmm. I ain't got nothing for you, or what I have for you is optional for me to give to you because I don't have time to give it to you because I'm thinking about myself.
Yeah.
Now, after I think about myself, which is not going to change, I'll see if I can support the things you do.
Mm-hmm. Just suppose when you were in the second or third, I'm gonna put you in the fifth.
Okay.
In the sixth grade, you get up and get ready to go to school, and they won't let you. And you already ain't got no shoes. Your shoes got holes in them in the bottom down there, and you got to have some shoes. Cutting out pasteboard and stuff and putting in the bottom of your shoes and stuff like that. and then the old man get up and see what you doing. He know you getting ready to go to school. He go in there and tell your mama, then your mama come back and not beating on you and stuff, and telling you you going to the field and call your names and stuff. Well, I grew up with that right there. I can't stand for nobody. I've changed. And I've changed myself with the help of the Lord. I've changed, But it don't take nothing to bring that back. It don't take any. I don't bother nobody, don't bother me. Y'all put it that way. It's been hell, man. I was sitting down thinking the other day, I said, now all these years, you know what I mean? If it hadn't have been for my man, you know who I'm talking about,
Mm-hmm.
I could have something like the rest of the people. And you can get to thinking about it so hard that you'll cry then, but you get to yourself.
Yes, sir.
I don't know where I'll be able to talk about this none in my life or not, Lee.
You doing
You know what
good,
I'm saying?
Dad.
And then I say, well, and I call myself names, you know what I'm saying? Like the N word, not to cry.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, you know what I mean? You hear, but they always tell me you here for a reason.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I believe that. Some gotta happen. Sooner or later, I done lived a long life, so I just wonder what will happen, what's gonna happen. But whatever it is okay, because I can handle it, But it was just, while I'm here in this life, it ain't been worth for nothing, man. And then that's why I was saying, when my sons or daughters or something get upset somewhere else, please don't get upset with me. Come and talk to me about it, because I listen, and we ain't gonna fight. Just don't just say anything and stuff, cause like my father, for instance. Hey man, I know what he did for me. He bought me one pair of shoes. Nothing else. Took me to Greenville one time and met some of this short, light-skinned lady. You know what I'm saying? She looked at me that she needed a bath. She been working in the coal mine or something. Mm-hmm. Real light-skinned little short lady. And she just loved me to death when he introduced me to her. And then I thought back about my mom, where my mom didn't walk the street and drink and do stuff like that. And he came here and sell it for this. And said, well, we're going to get you back. We're going to put you in the house just as soon as I find one. Damn.
That's what Dad said.
That's been 77 years ago.
The cool part is we can laugh about it because look how far we've come.
Yeah.
And we refuse to go back.
That's right.
We've come too far to quit.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So think about it, Dad. So you're getting up, Dad said pasteboard,
mm-hmm.
but cardboard, same
Yeah.
stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm quite sure back in the day they delivered paste or something in those boxes and they just call it the pasteboard, right? Or what was on it is yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So just think. So everybody need to understand. Now, Dad was born in 1947.
Mm-hmm.
So in the 1950s, he was getting a beating.
Yes.
Just wanting to go to school.
That's right.
And today, we can't even get people to go to school.
Ain't that something?
You had to get school beat out of you, and we can't even beat school into people.
That's right.
It's turned into an option, right?
Mm-hmm.
So look how far we've come.
Yeah.
Look how far we've come. We've come from I'm going to call it a distinctive etiquette, right? Like, hey, I want to dress right.
Yeah.
I want to get educated.
Yeah.
I want to get a career.
Mm-hmm.
To, hey, man, if I can't do it from the couch, and I'm not saying this is everybody. Don't get me misunderstood, right? But society is taking that away from us. Mm-hmm. Why do I say that? No child left behind. Mm-hmm. And like I said before, I even heard where, how all my life you needed a 60 to pass.
Mm-hmm.
Now, some states, a 40 will let you pass. So if you get 40% of the material that they taught you on how to take a test, an annual test, if you get 40% of that, you can go to the next grade. You got to be kidding me.
Right.
Right?
All right, man.
So look how far we've come, where some things were paramount in our life, and now they're optional. So I'm talking about the environment. That's what we started talking about, the harsh environment we live in. But then people in the harsh environment punish us too.
Yep.
Or don't treat us like we should be treated. So that forces us to go into those lonely places and cry out loud, silently. But it shapes us. And we get two options, Dad. To either be not good or good.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful that you evolved and your life shaped you, but you evolved into just being good. And we get that option. Because we've seen bad people that's bad die.
Yeah.
Just bad all their life.
Oh, yeah.
They'd rather kill you than blink an eye at you. Then look at you 2 seconds.
Yep.
Right? And we've seen people, man, that are transformative. Like, hey, you know what? Let me love. Let me show I care. Let me give back.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah. What else? What? I look at like, say, I'm grown now.
You grown-ish, because you're always growing.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I always say that. You're grownish.
Yeah. Now, I knew I wouldn't live through that no more. If I had my life, if I could have to live all over again. But I feel I've lost because I ain't got it. I only have life, and I can only talk to God about it, you know. But other than that, this is me. What you see is what you get. I ain't got nothing. I ain't saying nothing about nothing. I'm talking straight about life itself. You know, the thing doesn't happen.
Yes, sir.
And I'm still here, and I wonder why. You know. And other than that, I get up every day and go. Few days I get up and I cry and I say, you know what? If my boy caught me doing it, you come to my mind. I said, he'll call me old boy. If I kept me, you know, yeah, wow, boy. But we always have kidded each other like that. Only dude that stick with me now is Jimmy Lee. You know, the rest of them, I don't see them no more. And I'm not going to try to figure out, is there anything I've done. It ain't my charge, it ain't my fault. Just like Brand, he got out of jail the other week, come to a Harry house. And that hit me again, you know. But I told him, I talked to him. He said, he understand. He said, Papa, I understand, you know. But I'm telling you, man, it's hell coming up like that. There's so much I could tell you, Lee, and I need to tell you, because your mom didn't even know. Hey, it's so much stuff I had to walk away from, man, you know. But, again, here I am. I'm still here. I ain't got 20 years to get this and go get that and this and come back and say, here you go. Or here y'all, man. You know, here on this area, my time about over with, you know. And I just live each day as I go and treat people the best I can. And that's about it. Yeah. And try not to think about how I came up. You know, the places, the people, you know. I just go, I talk to the master and go. And if I'm wrong for that, I'll go to hell.
Yeah, right.
I don't know no better.
Hellfire.
You know, yeah.
They got ass fire, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I do know that for my people, I have a bunch of fire in my soul. I seen my people, my sister treated in that kind of way. They can't do that around me now. These days, they can't do that. You know, them little minutes you see walk around there and stuff, I get on them real quick because I don't want them to have to do like I did. You know, they tell you to suck it up from the girl, mister.
Yeah.
Don't cry, don't you even breathe.
And you know, Dad, you say that, and so think about it. So okay, so I don't know. You might laugh. So when we were growing up, you better suck it up and keep moving, be a man, or act like a woman. Now, you know, let's go.
Yeah.
And now, society wants everybody to cry. But if I go to the selfish society, nobody's listening to the tears.
That's right. So
right?
Right. So I ain't gonna do that.
So it's no different than saying suck it up.
Right.
Like back in the day. It's just a different delivery.
Right. If I cry, tears, they'll run down your sin. But you never see me there get down and bawl and holler out.
That's right. You cannot. That's unauthorized.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But I see you. I see every move you making. You know what I mean? You know, now coming here going fishing like this is a joy. You know, it's a joy coming, going fishing, chilling. But there's one thing about it. You are still here, and Joy Booker took your whole life away from you through by your mama. Now, if you don't cry, you ain't a man.
Yes, sir. Because that's what we say, a harsh environment, and the people within the harsh environment that's supposed to love you, punish you. They punish you, right? And some of that punishment can be not supporting you, or dismissing you, or choosing to support you when they wanted to, when it was beneficial to them, or doing what the other people said do, or just really, Dad, this is the D one, right? And this hurts. Not caring about your existence. Don't care if you exist or not. You just happen to be there.
Yep.
At that point in their life, you just happen to be there. So they tolerate you.
It's hell, man. Sometimes you might look around and see the devil there. You know what I'm saying?
Like it's the devil got the puppet strings on, right?
Yes,
making the people do it.
That's right.
And everybody understand. We're talking about stuff that's, man, I think everybody have went through since the beginning of time, since the caveman time. That caveman, a woman, went to the corner and cried.
Got the same thing, yeah.
Right? Say, hey, I can't. This is just a natural human thing that when there's so much, here we go. I don't know. Oppression put up on you. And I'm not just talking about other people. I'm talking about that environment.
Right.
You have to relieve the pressure. You know what, Dad? Listen to this, man. When I cried, I had to change my mindset and say, you know what? This is me refreshing my life. This is me washing myself over. These tears, they're washing me and cleansing me.
Yeah.
They're not sad tears. They're cleansing tears, right?
That's right. One of these days I wanted to go through this. You know.
Yes, sir.
And then sometimes I just, you get to thinking about it, and something done happen or something, said or happened, and it come back on you. So you have to just swallow it, and like we doing now, fishing. You got to pay attention to the fish going back the hook. That way I do it now.
Even though you're losing today.
Yeah, I'm losing.
Yeah, I'm the champ. Let's get that. Everybody need to understand that.
Yes, sir.
I'll put a picture of the fish on here so you know I'm the champ.
Men come to me and were more men to me than my father ever dreamed about being. And I loved it. I loved that dude to death. I'd have did anything.
Isn't that ironic though? Think about what you're saying. The person with the title, you loved them.
Yeah.
And they didn't love you back.
Didn't love me back, Lee.
But look at you, dog.
Yeah,
woo!
That's right. Here I am.
That's right, sir. It's a thing. And look at, like we talked about earlier, we're creating this so other people can know and hear and listen and understand that, Hey man, life is real. This stuff that we're talking about is constructive stuff to help people
Yeah.
get through.
That's right.
Because if we never talk about it, realistically, they'll never have something that they can say, you know what? I'm not alone in this.
That's right.
I'm not the only one that has felt this way. It's okay to feel this way. 100%, Dad.
Yeah.
Why? Because then you acknowledge that perfection is not something that's required.
Right.
Because you're human.
Yeah.
But what's required is having those refreshing tears, right?
Yeah.
And just washing it over you and, and getting at it, right?
Right.
So, one of the cool things about that is that we understand that everything and the things that we do is for a purpose.
Yeah.
You know why you're here, Dad, and why I'm here? Because we're supposed to be doing this podcast, letting everybody know it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Life is going to punch you in the mouth sometimes. Life is going to kick the rap on you. If you don't know what that means, just trip you up. Life going to choke you. But boy, that's only for a moment. It's more good times in life than bad.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
I don't care what we go through. There are more good times than bad. Once we have a little bit of say-so.
Yes, sir.
Now, if we never have say-so on anything, we got to be prepared that everything might be bad. It might be more bad than good, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes you got to say enough, man. I'm gonna make my life a little better.
Yeah. But see, when you say that's enough, then if you ain't careful, you will say, I don't care about myself.
Mm-hmm.
And start to doing anything. That's when you
Wow.
get in big trouble and die and kill people and stuff
That's
like
crazy, Dad. That's
that.
true.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you.
You can say that's enough not to improve yourself,
No.
but to cause further destruction.
Yeah, to yourself. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Everybody hear that, right? Hey, wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Wright throwing that wisdom out there. So when you say enough, it should be good coming from that.
Yes.
Right?
That should be.
It should be good. Say enough of me or this environment, enough.
Right.
Now let me transition not only my mindset but my actions into good.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're saying, Dad?
That's what I'm saying, man.
Okay.
I can't take no more. Let's go ahead and get
Okay.
these fish out the water, man. I love everybody was listening and hope they can get something out of it, man. But that's the way I came up. I could tell them something, man. Give me a couple months, man, to get myself together. I've already started myself, the writing it.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote some stuff I was doing in 1971, So I've been thinking a lot, man. I said, I'm going to go ahead and finish. That could go on our little talk
Okay.
section that what we have every so often. So we'll get it together, man.
All right, everybody.
You know.
Y'all heard from Mr. Wright and Mr. Wright. Hey, thank you for tuning in to Constructive Talks.
Yes, sir.
We look forward to talking to you again soon. Read the information in the description below. Look forward to talking to you. Leave a reply or comment and talk to you later. Peace.
Peace.